Alright, hello everyone. This is a quick video to further review what we've started in class and also online regarding Roman numerals. Just as a reminder that this is going to be the last new topic that we're talking about this semester. Is it important because it will allow you to take a look at any song, either something that you are interested in listening to or something that you're writing, and get at sort of the DNA of that song. How does it work in terms of its function? Okay, so we've talked about how to label chords as root and quality, for example, and now we're talking about how chords are used in a key, okay, regardless of the specific notes. Okay, so please follow along with this worksheet. This is an introduction worksheet that I'm posting on Blackboard. And as well, there's going to be a take-home quiz, and that's this right here, and that's going to be due on Wednesday, 11:20 in class. There are 2 pages. So this video and this worksheet will help introduce and reinforce some of that idea with you. So after you complete this, the goal here is to be able to analyze a noted chord progression by labeling the root and quality of each chord, and then also be able to analyze each chord with the correct Roman numeral. Just a quick word about why Roman numerals. Okay, by now you're already able to analyze a triad by finding its root and quality, so either major, minor, diminished, or augmented. So if you write a song and write down all of the chords, let's say C major, D minor, F major, G major, etc., and give it someone else, they can very easily create that chord progression by using these same chords. However, if you change the key, so let's say if this song that you wrote using these chords right now is in C major, but let's say you're writing this and you feel like, oh, it really should sound better in D major or F major, or maybe the singer can't sing that low or can't sing that high. You have to change the key of it. Instead of looking for every single chord again, just on your own and see what sounds good, what we can do is just analyze how these chords work in the original key in terms of Roman numerals. And we can use those same Roman numerals and use that to then help us find the chords for the new key. Okay, and the song will essentially sound very similar, but very much the same. Okay, so the basic idea here is that every piece of music is written in a certain key that uses the specific notes of a major scale or minor scale, right? So by having it being in a key, you're only using those notes. Let's say in G major, there's 1 sharp, you're only using the notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and so forth. And so if you're just using those notes, essentially it'll sound like it's in a certain key. For a lot of the composition exercises that I've assigned to you, you're just using the notes of a key or maybe within a key signature, and that's what happens. If you just use those notes, even just randomly, you're going to hear the result as being part of the same key. Okay? And so we are just going forward a little bit by relating chords to keys by using Roman numerals. Okay, that might sound a little more daunting than it is, but at the basis of it, it's really just counting. It's really just counting. So, for example, how do we use Roman numerals to analyze the chord? Right. So a few steps. Step 1: determine the key of the progression. In Music 110, this is going to be provided to you, so I'm not going to ask you to tell me what the key is for a certain progression. So, for example, let's say in this chord, I'm telling you that the key is C major, and so you have 3 notes here, F, A, and C. Great, so I determined the key, which is C major. Step 2, for each triad, okay, we determine the root and the quality as we've done before. So in this example, this is in root position, so you can see that this is the root, this is the 3rd, and this is the 5th. Okay, and the bottom note here is the root, so of course the root is F, and the triad, the quality is major because there's a major 3rd between the root and the 3rd, and a perfect 5th between the root and the 5th. Okay, so that's from what we've done in the last few weeks or so. So just please take a look at that if that is if you need to review. Step 3, okay, so this is sort of the new thing, right? So with the root of the triad, determine which scale degree it is according to the key. What scale degree means is basically which number it is, the note, is in the scale. So for example, we're in C major, and we number all of the notes in the C major scale from 1 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do is 1, re is 2, mi is 3. I'm just using do, re, mi in case you're familiar with that. If not, don't worry about it. But we essentially just number all of them. Notice that we use 1 for all the C, so we don't use the number 8. It just repeats. Okay. So once we do that, we realize in C major, this chord, the root is F. This root, okay, is the 4th note. Okay, you can see that it's the 4th note of the C major scale. So I'm going to erase that so you can see it a little better. It's the 4th note of the C major scale. So we can call it the 4th chord, or the 4 chord. Okay, and the final step here is to write the Roman numeral that expresses that. Right, and we translate the number 4. There's an Arabic numeral. We translate it into a Roman numeral 4. Okay, and we use uppercase to denote major. So I know that just looking at this, I know that this chord, okay, the root is the 4th scale degree of the scale, and it's going to be a major triad. Okay, so this is an uppercase Roman numeral. We use a lowercase Roman numeral for a minor chord. We use an uppercase Roman numeral, let's say, with a plus for an augmented chord, with augmented triad. And we use a lowercase Roman numeral with a little degree symbol for diminished. Okay, so these are all the variations. So you can check that out by reviewing the online lesson and also the textbook. But just remember that this is all there is. You know, we're looking at the root. We're now thinking about figuring out what context the root is within the scale. Okay, so again, the root here for this example, we're in C major. The root is F. F is the 4th scale degree of C major. Right, which means that this is a 4 chord, and this is going to be a major triad because we just determined that. So I use an uppercase 4. Okay, so take a look at that. Take a look at all of the information here, and I'll be back for the second part of the video where I'm just introducing how you're going to complete the second part of this worksheet.